All right, well, let's not linger any longer because we'll get to that in full detail later on. But I want to talk about GameStop. This is a new story that's been floating around online, and GameStop has closed a buttload of stores, like hundreds, and they're continuing to close stores. Over the past few months, they had a really abysmal, if you will, holiday season. And
as in nobody was buying their stuff.
Well, people were buying, but sales have been way.
So nothing that was like came out that they were like, molesting their employees or anything like that. That was driving sales away. They're just no one's actually visiting them.
Oh, I don't know. The captain, what's his name? From Jingle All the Way, those aren't selling anymore. They don't have the hot toy that all the people are rushing to the stores.
Turbo Man? A Turbo Man?
That was it, Turbo Man. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was not my generation. I'm happy to say I didn't spend
perennial holiday classic Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I didn't spend my hard-earned bucks to see Arnold slapbox.
Do you ever watch old Conan O'Brien episodes?
Men be all acting like zombies at the mall. Now give me that Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Slap.
You ever remember the old Conan O'Brien episodes when he would have like the thing up and just the mouth would move?
I know exactly what you're talking about when you did the impression. Yeah,
and he would just have the mouth face. Yeah, and he would always talk about and then my holiday classic Jingle All the Way. And he says it like every time. He says it the exact same way. It was so good.
We talk about an old bit on Conan O'Brien where he would have like celebrity faces. Half like you would show like the top,
the upper half, and then the mouth would move, and someone would their voice. They had Michael Jackson was one on there.
No, my favorite was George Bush.
Yes, and Clinton too was on there. I never said lie under deposition. I said lie there in that position. Yeah, it's so good. So many good jokes.
But you gotta throw them out a big word every now and then, like conundrum.
Tyson was a good one. Anyways, there was a lot.
You can't do it, Tyson. If you're the Macho Man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you a couple of things right now, brother. I'm going to bring you into the ring, and we're going to talk about...
They should get you to do that.
This has nothing to do with GameStop whatsoever. We've gone so
little tangent, that's fine. But GameStop is not quite as popular these days.
Dude, they have shut down in droves over like loss of sales. And now, honestly, I want to know, especially from just Johnny here, because the revelation from just before the show is you're not only a patron and a regular gamer, you are an actual owner of
he's invested.
GameStop. Yeah, GameStop stock.
I didn't realize we were going to bring this up.
Oh, no, it's on the table, my friend, yeah.
Yeah, so I invested some money in GameStop for a couple of different reasons. This was towards the end of, actually it was the very beginning of this year, and it was a pretty prime time to buy in. I got them at a really good price. And then they've been going up. I probably should have sold when they were right around the 26 and change, but I didn't. I held on to it because I had anticipation of a long-term sort of investment going on.
Now, the crop reports are always wrong, man. Do you remember Trading Places?
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Until you see Jamie Curtis's boobs, never sell.
So, what I was banking on...
No one has any idea what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm just like old. I'm 100.
So what I was banking on and what sort of, I guess, GameStop was banking on was the fact that they had the Xbox One S released in the summer of last year. They had the PS4 Pro and the PSVR. So 3 hardware releases towards the second half of last year. And then this year, there's the Switch that just released, which is doing really well. And then there's going to be, towards later on this year, hasn't been confirmed yet, but Xbox with the Scorpio, that's going to release yet another hardware release. So my thoughts, and I guess GameStop, same thoughts, is that there's going to be 5 hardware releases within essentially 1 year's worth of time.
Yeah, that's their thoughts, but keep in mind, like, also, I don't recall hearing about any specific GameStop incentives to buying these things.
Yeah.
You go to GameStop specifically to get your S. You go to GameStop specifically to get your Switch, and you get, I don't know, a bonus game, a bonus controller, a bonus blank. At the very least, a GameStop color scheme branded console, something.
Like a swipe card that never,
Yeah, let me get a keychain and a bumper sticker. I'll take these things. I didn't hear about a damn thing coming from GameStop that would entice people to go there versus Amazon, versus Newegg, versus your big box stores. Walmart was one of the prime competitors mentioned in all the news stories as those crushing the foundation.
Yeah,
they've got GameStop's nuts firmly in their hand.
That is
go ahead and say
essentially...
something, I dare you. And they poked them a little and took their lunch money.
Yeah, it's not like a bookstore where bookstores are, a lot of them are closing down as well. But people are always going to want like the hard copy of something like that. But you don't have to have that.
What? No, I know what you're saying. But that's tough because that's like a medium itself that's kind of becoming outdated.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So the problem with GameStop is that their sales and their competition with other retailers is lackluster, and they're getting slammed pretty hard by, as you said, Amazon, which is doing some crazy deals with their Amazon Prime and giving gamers like 20% off on a brand new
with
game.
Amazon Prime, it's like
deal.
people sometimes when they go into the store, they want it right away. Amazon Prime, you get it the next day. Sometimes now, you know what I mean? So it's really cutting into a lot of things.
Well, here's messed up. If that convenience is easily available at GameStop brick and mortar stores, if I go to the store myself, I'm getting it not just that day, that minute.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even have to wait for the click or that truck to come around. Amazon became.
There's definitely those impulse things where you're just like, I gotta go get it now and have it now. You know what I mean? So that's when the store.
I brought so many BS disc cleaners.
Yeah.
This like whack ass, horrible smelling gel that you put around there. I'm basically like dropping shampoo.
I remember that too. You drop in the 3 locations on the disc. You know what I mean? And that was supposed to evenly distribute the cleaning solution.
A salve.
Toothpaste. You're supposed to use toothpaste.
Try some salve.
Yeah, I learned later on toothpaste. It's horrible things. These are the incentives that they. This is what supposedly gave them a leg up on the competition. You can repair your discs and your games. We'll teach you the proper way to blow into the cartridge to fix this thing. And no, it's all total BS. And they've offered nothing to their customers, and they're wondering why they're going under. I myself think it's just a sign of the times. Because I can go to a different store and get more from them and different products, or I can go online, which full disclosure, I get most of my stuff online now. And by most of my stuff, I mean like I'm buying laundry detergent, and getting it sent to my home because I don't have to carry the 4-pound thing, 8 blocks from CVS. Because it's that convenient. A truck will drive it to my front door.
And we're not even talking about the just digital gaming overall, which is obviously GameStop gets absolutely none of that. It's all on either Steam or the Xbox. I forgot what it's called, but the Xbox XBLA. I don't think it's XBLA. Xbox Live, Xbox Gold.
The package I'm about. Xbox Gold members are the ones that you can buy games with a silver. Gold is the online play.
What's their store called?
It's just the Xbox Online store, man.
Okay.
All the stuff is
the Xbox Online store, the Sony store. So all of these things you can get these games online, digitally.
Well, they work on marketplaces,
Yep, and you don't have to walk to the store or drive to the store to pick up a physical copy of the game. The caveat is that you don't get to trade it
or
in.
deal with the dorks in the store. That's
you don't get the upsale from GameStop. And there was news last month or 2 months ago where GameStop was essentially lying to their customers by trying to get them.
Bed here.
Well, I think I tried to buy Conker's Bad Fur Day for the 64 the other day. It was $90. I was like, what the?
Well, because you're buying an antique. In 2017,
I know, but it was $90. I was like, your game weren't that good. God damn. How rare is it? There's only 30,000 of these left. You better get it. Yeah.
It's a rare mint. That speaks to one of the primary problems right there. They've fallen behind the demand of the customers. I have several games for my Xbox One. I think I only have one that's actually a physical game. And that's the one that came with the friggin' console. Everything else has been digital.
Which games comes with the console these days?
Halo 5.
You used to get the crap one.
Halo 5 came with the console, and that one they gave me a little cardboard, case thing that came with. It was like take Scotch tape to the side. They didn't even care. It was like, here, we got your money. Here, do you play with the little toys and stuff? But everything else has been digital, and none of it has come from GameStop. And I don't want to bag on them. I don't want to sit there and this company sucks, and here's 19 reasons why. That's not what I'm doing. But it's plain to everybody except them to see why they've fallen behind the competition. And I think, unfortunately, this is one of those situations. I was
probably going to go the way of Radio Shack or something like that.
Yeah, and there is no Nick Cannon waiting in the cut to save them somehow. There is no Charles Foster Kane to say, I've got.
Those are 2 great polls right there on names. Nick Cannon to.
Well, nothing says cinema classic more than Nick Cannon.
So
that's Hollywood royalty right there.
It was 2000
on Rushmore.
2007, 2008 was probably the biggest boom, and maybe again in 2010 or 2011 for GameStop, and they've opened up tons of different stores, and now they had to close 2 to 3%. So it's it's a show of the times, Things are slowing down for GameStop, and you don't see Best Buy closing up shop. You don't see the gaming department of Walmart.
Well, now the perennial question: are we sad about this?
I don't know. They're taking all our healthcare and stuff away soon anyway, so we should probably save our money.
Yeah, they took our health. First they came for the healthcare.
Too late for that one.
Then they came for the guns.
All right, started to drop that on us. Yeah.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay.
So yeah, in reaction,
Marmalade's America. Marmalade's America, people.
In reaction, GameStop stock has tanked since.
Yeah, so basically,
Friday.
sorry to you for actually having.
Can we get the mana fishing?
Yeah.
Can we please get the mana fishing?
Someone buy this guy a sandwich. Yeah.
It's all right. I did something very stupid in response.
No, you invest in Funko Land too, man.
No, I just bought more GameStop.
What? I just bought more.
Why?
He bought more. I was talking to him about it, and he's like,
of all the masochistic stunts.
That's it, man. It's Dark Souls side of me. It's like, yes, lose more.
Dude, some people are into pain. I mean, I've been to Machine more times than I can count. You'll be the first person over there.
You gotta see, it's now a discount.
Buy low.
I'm buying exactly.
He's buying low. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they probably won't go up again, but I'm buying low. They have a really good
buy low so I can not sell it.
They have a really good yield. They yield over 6%. I think it's at like 7%.
No, you're right. One good government bailout, and you are all set.
Exactly. Yeah.
Am I the only one that
Detroit GameStop? That's where it goes.
They're too big to fail.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that anticipates next year? Just Johnny sitting on a stack of you remember the AOL the AOL free hours discs.
Oh yeah,
that became frisbees and coasters.
Yeah, 1 year of online time for free.
Yeah, I see you in your GameStop stock just sitting on a pile weeping.
Just a bunch of used games. I'd have a throne of used games right there. Stocks that are worth nothing and just a bunch of used games.
I'm really struggling to make a game.
Finding Nemo for Xbox.
Throne of Games.
That'll be my crown.
Throne of Games.
Oh, perfect. That was Laney's School Tree of the band School Tree. We'll talk to them in a minute. Check out Heterotopia at Heterotopia Rock Opera on Twitter. That was genius. That was perfect, and I'm a little upset that it was right there, just out of grasp.
Sam was
like, up, you want it? Perfect. Okay. Well, GameStop, dude. Honestly, I think the last incentive they had was being able to, sell them games back.
Yeah, the used game market, which is still pretty thriving and pretty reasonable, and it might get a bump. Who knows? Because Nintendo did go the more physical route. So their console, the Switch, has very limited built-in storage. So that sort of dissuades people.
That's the first negative thing I've ever heard you say about the Switch ever.
I've said multiple negative things. It has too little storage. It has 32 gigs, and I think 5 or 7 of that is already used up by the OS.
The most negative thing you said about the Switch is, well, when I asked it to marry me, it said, I can't, I'm just a machine.
My recommendation was for people to not buy it. Apparently, they didn't listen to me because it's sold out everywhere.
Yes, and I'm sure your gushing reviews had nothing.
Yeah, but you just gave Zelda one of the best reviews there, too.
Well, that's different. That's not the Switch itself. Zelda is a fantastic
but it's on the Switch.
landmark game.
It's a reason to buy it, though.
That you're clutching it to your chest. And then the next thing about this game was...
Well, anyways.
We had to change that
GameStop is kaput-ish.
Yes, indeed.
On the outs.
Yep. All right, we're starting to run a little long on this. So basically, GameStop sucks. No. If you have anything more to say about this, you want to chime in?
Don't buy. Don't buy. Buy now. I don't know. Don't listen to us. Though.
They're officially penny stocks, man. That's a daggone shame. But maybe now I can get those damn Sega CD games I want.
Yeah, the Jaguar stuff. Even
I have Game Gear games I brought and tried to sell. Games I see on the shelf for $12 each. I'm like, okay, at the very least, that's a lot less than I paid for it. But
buy them for $5. They sell for $12.
These fools had the nerve to offer me pocket change.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, you've got 12 games here. Okay, I guess about 30 cents each. That's what? 30 cents? I'm looking at the thing on the shelf. You offer $12. All right. They
got to turn a profit though. That's
it's
garbage. I hear you, but let's
hurts painfully, and I think and oddly enough that the company's policy of encouraging employees to push the used games.
Yeah, that's what I was
that might be one of
talking about.
Yeah, one of the main things to tank them though, because when you sell the games back, that gives them the used games that you'd think at the very least, if they're paying fair prices, they'd be losing profit. No, that was the biggest racket since Bugsy Siegel, man. You can't. Anyways, GameStop. If you have anything else to say about it, you want to chime in and let us know your thoughts, hit us up at geekdownradio@gmail.com. If you're on Twitch, you can possibly just jump into the chat there and tell us how wrong we are, how stupid we are, how weird Adam's haircut is.
Feel free to laugh at me.
Yeah, that too.
My financial blunders.
If you have any stock tips for Johnny.
Oh, I have some financial woes to tell. I invested in THQ, and we all know how that went.
I work for THQ. Don't say that. Well, I did, not now.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. No, I get it. Let's not rub salt in the wound, okay?
It's my wound. It's our wound.
It's our wound.
There we go.
We share a wound. This is gross.
See, maybe you should now try out Dark Souls.
I refuse.
Is that a transporter accident?
Nice.
What's going on here? Okay.